Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mina. It's been a long time since I posted. As you can tell from the title and from this clip, I'm pregnant. I was 29 weeks pregnant when this was taken. And I had started my maternity leave, so I had a bit more time on my hands, and I thought, why not make a baby blanket and also restart this channel up. So I have a lot of scrap yarn, so I wanted to make a scrap yarn blanket, and I particularly have a lot of cotton and linen type scrap yarn, so I was thinking of making like a summery blanket, not a winter one. So yeah, this is what I have to choose from. Not all of it is the same weight, so I can't use all of it, but it's quite similar, so I have a lot to choose from. I'm using this size 6 crochet needle, which I got in Japan, which is 3.5 millimeters. And yeah, just this needle, measuring tape, and a pair of scissors. I didn't realize that there's so many different types of baby blankets, but I'm gonna go for this 36-inch size, which is 91 centimeters. So I'm not going to talk about how to make this blanket because I just followed a pattern that I found on YouTube, a really good YouTube tutorial by a lady called Ophelia Talks Crochet. It's a very detailed video, really good, so I'll link that down below if anyone is interested in making this blanket. So yeah, here I am getting started. She said to make the chain a little bit shorter than your desired width because it stretches out when you do the first row. It actually ended up stretching out quite a lot, so I think my blanket ended up being bigger than 91 centimeters, probably closer to a meter. So I ended up unraveling this project. This is one of my first ever tutorials that I made on YouTube, and I'm not using it, so I wanted to use this yarn, and I used 2 threads when making this, like 2 threads of yarn held together. Is that what you say? I held 2 strands of yarn held together. So unraveling it was quite challenging. It took a really long time, probably 2 hours or so of doing this and making sure it doesn't get tangled. At one stage it got really tangled. But yeah, we got there in the end. So I got these 4 nice little balls of yarn. This is how it's going so far. I think it looks pretty good. What I ended up doing for the pattern is there's first a 10-row repeat from here to here, and then there's 4 rows. So the 10-row I'm keeping consistent, and then the 4 rows I'm mixing it up each time. So yeah, I quite like the effect. It's sort of, there is some consistency, but it's not all exactly the same. About 10 rows into this project, I started using a Russian knot for the ends because the prospect of weaving in like 100 ends just really wasn't appealing to me. So I started doing, yeah, I believe it's called a Russian knot. And I thought when I did the border that the border would kind of cover it, and it kind of did. Yeah, it's not too bad, but if you're a real perfectionist, I would say it's probably worth weaving in the ends. The 10 centimeters where I did have the ends, it did look better than where there are the knots. So yeah, I guess you can't really cut corners with this kind of thing. It never really works. But yeah, anyway, a lesson for next time. This is not really relevant, but they're just demolishing a building near my house, and I thought it was interesting. Body is finished, and I'm going to crochet a border. The same lady who uploaded the tutorial for this blanket, she also uploaded a border tutorial, so I'll link that. This is all I have left now, so I'm a bit worried I'm not going to have enough to do a border in one color. You need 2 colors to do the border. I think I'll use this pink and then also this yellow, and I have a bit more of the yellow here if I need to unravel this. So yeah, I guess I'll just see how I go. I also have quite a lot of this green, but I think I like the way this pink and yellow look together, so we'll give that a try. So I did end up going with the 3 colors for the border, the pink, yellow and green, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks quite nice. I'll also link the tutorial for the border down below as well if you want to check that out. And she's done. Very happy with how it looks. I think it looks pretty nice. It's quite big though, so maybe when she gets a little bit bigger I can use it more often. But here's little Miss taking a nap on my husband. I think she likes it too. Okay, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.